Good morning to all my viewers out there all across the country. I want to say good morning to each and every last one of you, even though you may not be my viewers, but I also believe in prayer. And I want to say this prayer because I got something I'm going to talk about is hot off the press. But let's get into this prayer first. Heavenly Father, we just want to thank you that you woke us up this morning and you started on our way. We thank you that you watched over us, protect us from all the evil things that is going on around the world. We thank you for your grace and your mercy. We thank you, Father God. God so loved the world, he sacrificed his only beloved son. We want to say thank you. And I'm asking for your blessing on especially the little kids, the little babies growing up. And I'm asking you to put your hands on them, the ones that are in the nursing home, and those incarcerated, those are disabled, and just those who are just unable to take care of themselves. Father God, I know that you are a healer. I know that you do things that we can't do. And I'm asking for your blessing on all my brothers and sisters across the world. I'm asking you to help me to deliver this message to those who are out there who have things that's happened in their life and they cannot overcome. And I'm asking you to help me to teach them how to overcome those barriers in their life. I give you all the praise. I give you all the honor. In Jesus' name, amen. Now I want to talk to y'all about something. Look, only thing I can tell you, come big or stay at home when you come by. Now this is a serious subject now. Now, how many of y'all know what does your conscience mean? Your conscience, man, your conscience is bothering you. Conscience. Well, let me tell you what it means. You know right from wrong. You know good from bad. You know evil from righteous. You know that. You was built with that. You came in this world with a conscience. And I'm going to say this to you. Conscience. Remember what the subject about. Conscious, and we got some people that's unconscious. And then I get off into that a little bit later on. But some of y'all gonna go to your grave and your conscience is beating you up. Something happened in your life or something that you did something to someone and you regret doing it. And your conscience is gonna continue to beat you up. We all have done things in our life that we regret it. But if it keep coming up, it's dealing with your conscience. You cannot overcome it. When someone did you something throughout your life, and you know they did you wrong, their conscience should be eating them up. And I will say this to you and anyone else out there. Don't let your conscience be your guide. Because if you let your conscience be your guide, it's just like the devil telling you how to drive. You got something on your mind you can't shake off. Your conscience is killing you. But we're going to get off into that in a second. But you know what I believe in? If I'm going to talk about a subject, I want to make sure that I quote scriptures that talking about conscience. According to the Bible, Proverbs the 20th chapter, 27th verse. Now, pay attention to what the Bible says about your conscience. The Lord's searchlight penetrates the human spirit, exposing every hidden motive. You need to understand the hidden motive. I'm going to read that again because I want to make sure that we all process what the Bible's saying, not what I'm saying. The Lord's searchlight, you know what a searchlight is? It penetrates the human spirit, exposing every hidden motive. The second one I wanted came from Apostle Paul. It came from Acts, the 23rd chapter, the first verse. Brothers, I have always lived before God in all good conscience. I have nothing to worry about. I don't have a conscience. Whenever you have a conscience about something that happened to you or something that you did to someone, your conscience is going to hunt you. I can reflect back on some things growing up that I knew it was wrong, and my conscience come back and hunt me. You don't have a heart if you don't have a conscience. Have you done somebody wrong? Have you misused your mother? And she went out the way for you, and you turn your back on her. Is your conscience bothering you? Well, it should. When people done did you right and you done them wrong, your conscience should be beating you up every day. When you lie, cheat, and steal, your conscience gonna always be with you. It's something that God embedded into us. He brought us in the world with wisdom, knowledge, and abilities and skills. And also, we was equipped with a conscience. Our conscience going to pretty much guide us through life. Whether it's right or whether it's wrong. Your conscience has a lot to do with you as an individual. Those individuals that done murdered and killed innocent people, their conscience is beating them up. They can't get over it. No matter how long they live, if they live the rest of their life in prison or if they live the rest of their life here on earth, their conscience is going to catch up with them. What comes around, a lot of time goes around. You understand? We all have a conscience. We all done something right and we all done something wrong. Let me ask you this one question. How many of you all out there know what is the definition of a secret? What does a secret mean? When is a secret is not a secret? Well, if you want my definition of secret, a secret is not a secret if you're hurting somebody or cause someone pain and suffering. That's not a secret. A secret when you're not hurting nobody and you're living in good faith, that's a good secret. But when I'm hurting somebody and I got to live with my conscience, a secret is not a secret. Some of you all out there right now, if you're listening to me, you must agree and must admit that you done some things in your past that you regret, but it's still haunting you right today. It's looking you right in the face. I cannot shake this off. I did something wrong. I did something right. If you are a man or woman, admit your mistakes. If you have hurted someone, or you killed someone, or you done caused innocent people to go to their grave, you got to deal with that. And God knows your heart. We all make mistakes in life. But I will tell you this. I don't care who you are, what race you are. When you have done something so bad and they did not do anything to you, they was the innocent one, you're going to feel bad. You're going to have a conscience. Why did this person gave me everything. Why did I go and rob him? Why did I go and kill him? Why did I go shoot up the neighborhood when everybody's out there trying to do the right thing and protecting you? Your conscience is going to hurt. Let me tell you where your conscience is going to hurt at the most. For those who helped you along the way. And when you go to the funeral home and the nursing home and all these establishments, something about the gift God given us, our conscience, going to tell us certain things. How did that old lady treat you? Treat you with joy. Why are you coming to see her now? Because your conscience eating you up. She did everything for you, but I turned my back on her. Your conscience eating you up. I can say one thing. Many people will go to their grave with a guilty conscience, and they say that they are going to heaven. If you got a guilty conscience, how can you go to heaven? How can you be righteous if you got a guilty conscience about something that you have caused pain, suffering among innocent people? Rapists, do you have a conscience? Robbery, do you have a conscience? I'm just asking you. Why do you go out and take people's life? For no reason. Why? Is your conscience eating you up? Your conscience is a powerful thing. Conscious and unconscious. I don't care. I do care. But let me tell you something a little bit more before I get into it. Now, this is something that I wrote way back in 2010. Don't let your conscience hold you back from moving forward, because it will put you in a standstill and won't nothing happen. Guess what? If I done something wrong to all of you, and my conscience is going to tell me that I did something wrong. But hold up. Now, I'm not trying to boost myself. Now, a lot of you boys out there should have a conscience because how y'all treated me on the basketball court and the racquetball court. You should have a conscience that you accused me of cheating because I was always on the winning end. And I do accept apologies even many years afterward. Your conscience should be hurting you. Accuse me of winning all the games by cheating. And that might have a little truth to it. I'm not going to exaggerate on it. But again, I reflect back on those military days. I remember a lot of people because they know me because I lived in the gym. Now, I know their conscience beating them up, but the only reason why my conscience beat me up because I was abusing them non-players, abusing those not in shape individuals, and I do apologize for it. And that's the only conscience that I have. And when I talk about my military days, is being victorious in just about everything that I decided that's what I wanted to do. I already know that I'm going to get some comeback or feedback. But you know one thing, feedback is a good thing. But I'm not going to allow your negative feedback to get to me. Now, are you going to work with me? Now, look, your conscience is God present in a man. You understand what that means? Your conscience is God present in a man. You can't get it. Your conscience, boy. Huh? You set up there lying, cheating, and stealing. Is your conscience beating you up, boy? Do you owe me that $5 you hate to pay me? Huh? Is your conscience beating you up? Because you know that you done lied and cheated. You done borrowed $10, $15, $20. And now all of a sudden, your conscience is beating you up because every time you see me coming your way, you tend to always take a quick left or a quick right because your conscience is eating you up. You know that you're wrong. You know that you owe me this. So why don't you just go ahead and pay me and free up your conscience, boy? That's all it is. I'm not going to come at you like that. Now listen what it's saying. Conscience is a device that doesn't keep you from doing anything. It just keeps you from enjoying it. Boy, if your conscience is killing you, cannot enjoy life. It's like a spirit, baby. It comes across, it's like a flash come across your head. I did something wrong. Now I see the person who I did something wrong to. I feel bad about it. Well, if you feel that bad about it, well, why don't you go and apologize, whether they accept it or not? Because if you don't do certain things, your conscience is going to beat you up. It's just like being in a boxing match. Your conscience is going to beat you up. They'll hit you with a left hook, a right hook. They hit you with a straight arm. Because they know that you done something wrong to someone or something happening in your life. Hold up. This is something that is very, very, very important. When a man won't listen to his conscience, it's usually because he doesn't want advice from a stranger. He don't want to listen to it. Mr. Know-It-All. Some of y'all out there, I'm talking about you. Oh, I need to hold up. When a man won't listen to his conscience, if you're not going to listen to your conscience, it's usually because it doesn't want advice from a stranger. Try to process that, boy. Is that you? Talk to me. Is your conscience beating you up because you done lied on me? Your conscience beating up on you because you stole my girlfriend? Is your conscience beating up on you, boy? Talk to me. You know it was wrong. It should beat you up because you know it was wrong before you got involved with it. Now, I can go on and on and on and on, but I'm not going to come at you like that today. And I got relatives, aunts, uncles. I'm going to be honest with you. They went to their grave because of their conscience. I cannot stand my sister. I cannot stand my brother. My conscience is beating me up. What did they do to you? Nothing. Your conscience is going to beat you up. Mine beat me up all the time because I began to grow and understand. Do unto others, you have them to do unto you. Treat people the way that you want to be treated. Don't lie to them. Don't steal from them. Don't cheat them. Don't leave this world with a conscience that is so bad that it's going to take you to your early grave. I got people that I know. I really don't want to call no name because I know everybody looking at me, but you know what? I'm going to use certain terms. They got family members in the 70s, the 80s, the 90s, even going to the 100s. Something happened during 15 years ago between a family member and they haven't got over it. They done start speaking to each other because their conscience killing them. You know, you want to see where the conscience really take place? when one of your loved ones pass away, and you got all your relatives and stuff staying within walking distance. I want you to paint this now. When someone died, someone going to say, well, but Brother John owed me $20. I wish the boy paid me before he passed on. Some of y'all going to say to yourself, he did me right. He was sick, I didn't come and visit him. He helped me when I needed something. But I wasn't there for him, but he was there for me. Your conscience should be beating you up. Beat him up. Beat her up. I done took so many punches because I've done something wrong in my life, and I regret today. I never told anybody that I had perfect attendance. Okay? I didn't have perfect attendance. I'm just going to be honest with you. I might have missed 2 or 3 days, if you want to believe that. Okay? All right. Now, that's another subject. If I want to say how my conscience. Now, let me get to you another. Now, my conscience beat me up every day because I and us, we copied off this young lady paper in high school. My conscience beat me up because I didn't do the homework. I'd rather copy than to do my own homework. At my age right now, I remember the young lady. Everybody copied off the girl paper. Now, do you think some of them have any conscience? No, they don't have any conscience at that time, but they know it was wrong. Now, do you know right from wrong, boy? Yes or no? It feel good at the moment, but you're paying the price for it now. When you got to pay a hell of a price for something, your conscience is going to eat you alive. You're going to become dog meat. Well, listen to this. Many people have their bad memories to think for their clear conscience. Woo! Hold up. Many people have their bad memories to think of their clear conscience. Boy, those I ain't lying to you, boy. Those pastors come back and hunt you, boy. I used to steal watermelon. And I still think about the time that I know it was wrong. Do you know what I mean? Stealing in the store. Do I remember the stores that I stole in? Yep. But if I had to name them all, I'd probably hit every last one of them. Go in there, get me a slice of bubble gum, get somebody to vouch for me, you know, and put 2 or 3 of them in my pocket, and I walks out. Now, is that part of growing up? Now, did I know right from wrong? Yes. Okay. All right. Cool. Still hunt me today. Now, I can go on and on, but I'm not going to tell you everything that I did, just like you're not going to tell me everything that you done, that you know was right. No, and Lord knows, maybe my records are pretty good compared of your conscience, but we're not going to get off into that right now. We're talking about conscience, how your conscience is going to destroy you if you don't know how to attack it head on. If you know that you've done something wrong to somebody, if you know that it was wrong, and every time you see the person, now first thing I'm going to do, I got to be spiritually bound. I got to ask God to help me to overcome this conscience that I have. I done this person wrong. They didn't deserve what I did, but I can't get rid of it. And my conscience is killing me. You got to go to God. And then after you go to God, then you go to the person. Ask for apologies. Or I'm talking to the boy, do you have a set of those deals to walk up to a man to tell him that, hey, baby, I did you wrong, and I do apologize, and I do regret it. We're not built that way. You're not planted that way. You'd rather go to grave before you apologize, and you know that you done that person wrong. Are y'all working with me? You lying rascals out there? Is your conscience beating you up because y'all trying to destroy my reputation on the basketball court, racquetball court, and any other thing, football court, track and field, you name it? Your conscience should be eating you up because you could not defeat me. All right. No, wait. No, I didn't need to get into that. I should have. We talking about conscience. But when people get my body a little stirred up, I got to defend myself. That's my conscience. All right. I want you to understand that. Talk about your conscience now. Our conscience is a playback of a still small voice that told you not to do it in the first place. You trying to slip in the movie theater and you get caught. You know you don't supposed to do it. You get caught with your hand in the cookie jar. You know that you shouldn't have did that. Okay? You know right from wrong. That's what your conscience is all about. Or do you know right from wrong? My right could be your wrong, and your wrong may be my right. So I got to make sure that we are operating on the same wavelength. Because what you see in this picture and what I see in this picture could be two totally different things. It might be because you need glasses or you need to improve your focus, but that's just an example. Did you do anybody something wrong? Did you curse your teacher out? Did you curse out people that didn't deserve it? Did you beat up anybody that didn't deserve it? Did you kill someone that didn't deserve it? Did you steal from someone that didn't deserve it? Huh? Why? Never too late to apologize. It's never too late. But as long as you keep living the life you love and love the life you live, your conscience is going to keep beating you up. Free the heart, boy, by freeing the conscience. People are taught how to be tough. I'm not going to apologize. Okay? That's your conscience talking to you, boy. Your conscience is guiding you in the wrong direction. If you get a spiritual conscience, you'll be going in the right direction. Now let me ask you this. The thing that is simple to me may be hard to you. Maybe the thing is hard to you, may be simple to me. Now there's a right and there's a wrong. Now the only way we're going to come to a conclusion, we have to be able to sit down and analyze, summarize, and brainstorm. And we want our conscience to be on the right track, not the wrong track. Now, can I continue with this? Conscience is that inner voice that warns us. Someone is watching you, boy. Someone watching you. That's your conscience, boy. They know if you're out there lying, cheating, somebody watching you. Somebody watching your move every day. And your conscience is going to follow you every day. Everybody see that you out here stealing, robbing, beating up your girlfriend, and innocent people that are trying to help you out. Your conscience is going to beat you up. And I hope they hit you with a left hook and damage your ribs. Because if you done something to someone that is so bad that you cannot apologize, you're not even fit to live. And you're not going to live if you don't go to God and ask God to help you to approach whatever the situation is that you know was wrong, how can you make it right? The only way you're going to make it right, you got to go through God. And that's the only person going to help us to overcome this bad conscience that's dwelling inside of our body. You understand? The line is often too busy when the conscience wishes to speak. You understand what that meant? Your conscience, boy. The labor to keep alive is your breath. That little sparks of cholesterol fire. It calls a little conscience, boy. Huh? Every time I see something. Every time I want something. Every time I need something. My conscience is going to drive me against it, or going to drive me towards it. We deal with our conscience every day. And it's time for us to start separating the good from the bad, the right from the wrong. And I need to go through this, and I don't care what forefathers you had. A lot of the slave owners, the one that who abused of power, they go to grave with their conscience. They don't know how to apologize for their wrongdoing. They rather take it to the grave and saying to themselves, I'm going to heaven. You're going straight to hell if you don't know how to go there with a clear conscience. God don't bring people that with a dim conscience, a conscience that is foggy. Your conscience got to be real. You're going to take it to your grave rather than you apologize. Okay, I abused the slave. I abused my mother. I abused my brother. I abused the community. I abused those who love me the most. What's wrong with you? Stand up. This thing right here. You can't take this out. It built there for love. That's what the heart is about. It deals with your conscience, your head, your heart. You know whether it was right or wrong. So don't sit up there and tell me, well, I didn't know any better. Well, you could be right. Because if you knew better, maybe you might have would do better. But you know what you was doing when you got into it. You know that you abused your family. You know that you was an authoritarian figure in your family. You know that you misused them. Because your conscience later on going to hunt you down like a bounty hunter. It's going to beat you up. Worse than those people that who you beat it up. You're going to go straight to hell. And you're also not going to get beat up. You're going to set your ass on, I do apologize that because I do get a little emotion. You're going to go straight to hell with that bad conscience. Your ego causes you to burn in hell the rest of your life. Nobody's perfect. But I will say this to each and every human being, everything that has breath. You cannot go to heaven with a bad conscience. You got to go to heaven with a clean mind, body, and soul. You must learn to love God with all the body, mind, and soul. Now, you must also love your neighbor as well as yourself. Now, you're going to sit up there and tell me that your conscience is not killing you because the way you done treated your neighbor, how you treated them lower than dirt when they trying to survive in a perfect world, and because you feel like you are above those who below you. You feel that you have authority over them. Your conscience is going to kill you, boy. You teach your kids how to hate people. Your conscience is going to kill you, boy. Huh? You need to teach your kids how to love people. Those kids going to go straight to hell based upon what your conscience, your bad conscience, have told you, and you begin to allow your kids to catch up and do all these bad things in life. Monkey see, monkey do. Now, let me get into something else. He who has the fight with his conscience and loses wins. Woo, woo. Hold up. He who has a fight with his conscience and loses, know the boy win. In the long run, once your conscience keep beating you up over and over and over, your conscience begin to win. Now that might be a little bit too hard for you to process. A small boy definition of conscience, something that makes you tell your mother before your sister does. Now, you already know. Depends on the family that you deal with. You need to confess before somebody else start telling. Because your conscience is going to beat you up. Did you hear what you better tell it before your sister tell it. And that's going to kind of ease the pain up, because your conscience knowing that your mother or your father, depends on who you already know that you're about to get assassinated. Your conscience tell you, should I tell her or should I not tell her? Is it right or is it wrong? Sometimes the good got something for the bad. And I'm going to tell you this right now. There's a lot of conscious and unconscious thing I did growing up in the environment. There's some damn thing that you know that was right and you know was wrong. But sometimes you got to go with the blows. Your conscience is going to be always with you if you grew up under certain authoritarian figures. That's all I got to say. Or total authoritarian figure. Do as I say, boy, not as I do. Because if you don't do what I say, I plan on, you know what I mean, killing you. They're not going to kill you, but their conscience hustles them. Why did I tell the boy that I'm going to do all this to him when I was just trying to get his attention? Your conscience can be your guide. Listen to this. There is no hell like a bad conscience, boy. All right? Now try to work with it. There is no hell like a bad conscience. Are you trying to work with me on this one? I'm telling you right now, I'm coming at you. A man has less conscience when in love than in any other condition. Conscience is a small inner voice that tells you, guess what, boy? Hey, the IRS is watching your check, your return. Now your conscience knowing that you out there cheating on your income tax. The thing is, the key to the deal, just don't get caught. Because your conscience is telling you, I'm cheating on my income tax. I'm claiming shit that I never even thought of matching. But they ain't gonna check me. They going out for the big fish. I'm just a little old small fish living in a big pond. Now your conscience is telling you that you're lying and cheating and everything else on your income tax. And your conscience is telling you, stop lying. But it's money involved. So until I get caught, I know my conscience is going to be there. But I'll let that happen when it happens. Now you got to understand, your conscience help. But the fear of getting caught doesn't do any harm either. Woo! Are y'all trying to work with me on this one? Your conscience is like a pencil. It needs to be sharpened occasionally. All right, baby. Is your conscience tearing you down, boy? Did you do something to someone that you really is in love with, and now you regret the fact? I'm not trying to put you in court. Now, if you want to get into that, I want you to raise your right hand if you got a conscience. Oh, I'm sorry. I raised both hands. I do apologize. And most of you scumbags, as I'm saying, you should raise both hands and both feet because you should have the worst conscience in the world. I've done something wrong. You did something wrong. What are we going to do about it? Are we going to be a man or woman to face it, accept it, reject it? Or are you going to go to hell knowing that you did somebody wrong and you didn't have the heart to go to God and to that person and apologize for your wrongdoing? I did you wrong. I feel bad. I'm asking God for forgiveness, but I'm asking you. What's wrong with that? But because of the environment that we grows up in, it teaches us you need to be tough. You don't need to be soft. You understand? The condition that we raise up under causes our conscience to feel like they're unconscious. The only time when I heard the word unconscious is when I was playing sports. Now, most people say, that boy's unconscious on the court. Now, I was doing it so often, I didn't understand what they meant by that. I mean, the boy is unconscious. Hey, boy, I already know what you're going to say about me. No, that boy cheated a lot, okay? Now, we're not talking about cheating. We're talking about conscience. And I know some of you smart alecks out there saying, well, when you're talking about cheating, you got to be dealing with your conscience. But we're not going to go there right now. We're talking about, in general, conscience. No, when y'all try to come at me, I got to come up with a defense. That's my conscience, all right? Your conscience is what your mother told you before you were 6 months old. Woo, hold up. Your conscience is what your mother told you before you were 6 months old. Boy, don't you steal. Act seeking not. If I catch you with your tongue in that sugar jar, I'm going to kill you. Okay? Now, these are some of the things that consciously I knew better. I used to love sugar. Just plain sugar. Just go in there, and I know my mother know that we were stealing the sugar. And so all she got to do is follow the tongue, because the tongue gonna leave a dip in the sugar thing. And I don't know if the girl got so good till the girl can measure people's tongue. And who put their tongue in it? And everybody know that we all did it. But who's gonna take the blame for it? It's me. Now, did my conscience tell me to tell the truth? Yeah, it did tell me to tell the truth, but I also know what the consequence was if I told the truth. Now, I don't want to go there. No, she have chief enough to say to all the kids. Now, somebody already done told me who did it. Now, I'm going to ask y'all to come forward and tell me who committed this crime, stealing the sugar. And the way they identify, they should be ashamed of themselves today. They didn't talk. All they had to do, if everybody's eyes are pointed to the right, and I'm on the right, Now who did it? And everybody just looking to the right. Oh, okay, so you did it. Now my conscience is killing me because I know that I'm about to get killed. Now, I don't want to go there. Sometimes your conscience got to tell you, do you want to live or do you want to die? It depends on, now my quick reaction, if I'm in a situation that I may try to give me a temporary pass for lying. But it got some things, baby, I ain't gonna lie to you. You're gonna take to your grave, but you got to know how to be able to apologize for what you done. Now, are y'all working with me today? Now, let me put it to this way. Your conscience is a terrifying little spice that bats like wink by days and winks by night. Come on, you little bats. Why you don't come out in the daytime, boy? Huh? Why you got to travel at night? Huh? Is your conscience bothering you? Huh? When do the dogs tend to hunt better? Depends on the kind of dog you're talking about. Now, do you think them dogs have any conscience when they're out there having fun? Not at the turn. Now, I'm going to say this to you. I'm going to say it again. Your conscience, that little small voice that yells so loud the morning after you done committed the crime, now you got to pay the time because your conscience is killing you. Do you have a conscience? Have you done the old boy something wrong during my military career? Have you accused the old boy for calling foul when it wasn't a foul? Are you going to call the old boy and tell the old boy, look, I made a mistake because I lied on you and because you was unconscious on the court, but that was my way of proving the point that, I couldn't stop you. Okay, baby, look, if your conscience is bothering you that bad, you holler back. Give me a little call or write me a little letter saying, hey, Sarge, I do apologize, baby. But you was you. But because I couldn't compete, I had to accuse somebody. Hey, baby, look, as long as you admit the fact, I can deal with that. Now, let me be talking about your conscience. I don't want to promote myself as if, I'm one of these devastating athletes. But I tell you one thing, if anybody know me, you would have a hard time convincing them that I wasn't one of the most dominant athletes in the country and still live at my age. But we're not going to go there because I know some of y'all is saying to yourself, ooh, that boy need to chill on that kind of stuff. Nope, I'm not chilling on it. I'm getting ready to pick up on it. There's only one way to achieve happiness on this spiritual ball, and that is to have a clear conscience or none at all. Work with me. What better bed than conscience good to pass the night and sleep? Go to sleep, boy, and have a good conscience. Anytime you can't sleep at night, your conscience beating you up. You lied, cheated to your wife. You came home late. You've been out there all night, lying and conniving and shoe-shucking and show no. Your conscience is going to beat you up, boy. Huh? You know you did something wrong. Your conscience is going to kill you, boy. And I hope it give you a left hook, a right hook, and then give you a straight hook in the stomach. Because your conscience is beating you up. You ask yourself, ask God to help you admit that you're wrong. God knows that you're wrong. God knows everything about you. God knows that you're a lying, conniving, and shoe-shucking and show-nubbing rascal. But he knows everything about you. If you done somebody wrong, don't wait till you close your eyes to apologize. Go to God. Go to the person. Admit that you was wrong. Admit that you did something that you regret. Admit it. Father God, thank you for helping me to deliver this message this morning. Thank you for guiding me and teaching me along the way. I give you all the praise and give you all the honor. But before I close out, I'm asking each and every last one of y'all, subscribe to the channel. Subscribe to me. Submit your comment. Thank you for watching. May God bless you.